Hi subbies, how you all doing? Today I've actually got a video for you which I thought about when I came home from Leeds. Today I have been to Leeds to go for a job interview in one of the shops, and it'll be coming up soon if I've got it or not, and I'll tell you more into it. Just I don't want to give it away just yet because it's a bit private at the moment. If I do get it I'll tell you, if I don't get it I'll tell you. So in the end you will find out where it is and everything. I'm not exactly where it is, but yeah. So today I went to a job interview and I think I did rather well. It was in Leeds and I went with my grandma just for some comfort, like confidence booster, and she went shopping and then I found her afterwards and I thought about doing job interview tips, which I was thinking what should I do, and then I thought well today I've only been to a job interview and there's some tips which really good for job interviews. So I written 10 down, so this is going to be 10 job interview tips. So let's get started. Number one is first impressions count. So basically we go into the interview and you see the person who's going to be interviewing you. I'm going to clear if his camera's works or not, so please bear in mind that because I've got no mirror behind it because the mirror's right there. When you go into your interview, oh my gosh, cannot think, I don't know if you can see my bed. I'm hoping you can't because it's a mess. When you interview and you see the person, the lady or the man or whoever it'll be interviewing you, you need to make first impressions. So a firm handshake and just smile, just basically not like a cheesy smile but a really nice calm smile. That's why I did when I met the woman today. When I went to the job interview, I went in and I went through it and then I introduced myself to her and she introduced herself to me, and she gave me a handshake and I gave her one back and I just kept smiling, and at the end of the interview I gave a handshake back, just to say thank you and everything. But first impressions do count. That is the first most important things, is first impressions count. So you don't have to be going and being like, oh, hi. You do it like that, you're really happy, you jolly yourself, or just be yourself, yeah. So number two is be positive. Do not doubt yourself at all when you're in an interview. At the end you can doubt yourself. I'm not saying do doubt yourself, because afterwards, after the interview today, I kept thinking to myself, did really well, but then I kept thinking, when I got home, I'm going to train home, I was thinking, oh, I could have done this better, I could have answered the questions better. Be positive, keep yourself positive while doing the interview, and just get the positive vibes and just stay positive throughout it. Keep a smile and just be positive. Number three is be yourself, have a good attitude, bubbly, fun to work with. So be yourself when you interview. Don't act like another person, don't act like somebody you think, like, oh, I've got, for example, like, this is not me, but, oh, I've got this friend, she acts like this, I should act like her, and then I'll get the interview. Be yourself, because they do not want to see you putting an act on. If you're doing a drama interview, they probably might, but for shops or anything else, they want to see what you're like. So, have a good attitude, do not backchat, do not, in any way, shape, form, backchat to them. You've got to have a good attitude in the interview. Do not like slump or anything. Don't be like, oh, just really good attitude interviews always counts, because you always pick up on this. They pick up on every move you do. So like if you slump in your chair, they'll say she's sluggish and my hair is a mess. But have a good attitude in the job interview and be bubbly. Like I was bubbly today, I was really jolly. Saying that, I was nervous, but I was showing what I'm like when I'm working and everything. So, and also like show yourself to be fun to work with. I love working in a team. I love meeting new people. It may not look like it, sometimes I don't, sometimes I do, but just be yourself while in the interview. Number 4 is body language. You've got to have good body language, good posture in an interview. It depends what interview you're going for. Like all interviews I've been to, I've had good posture, I've had good body language, so I've been set up and I've had good outfit, that's coming later on, had good body language, kept my head up, not slugging down, I'm not on my phone, which is kind of linked to another one, but I'll say it now. Do not having any distractions with you. Like, I had a bottle of water on the table, that's fine. But when she basically took me to a room and she then went out to do some of my documentations that I took, and then I had my phone on the table, and when she was coming back I put my phone in my pocket because I knew when I'm nervous I fiddle with stuff, so I would have fiddled with my phone or kept looking at the time. So put that away, and body language is always key because they always want you to say sit up straight. They want to see how you sat, how you interact, how, I'm trying to think off my head, like how you present yourself is what they're looking for. So body language is a big one. Number 5. Number 5 is on the spot, expect the unexpected. Today I did that. I was in an interview, it was going alright, and then it came to a big dun 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 question, and it was a scenario, and I had to basically click and switch into put yourself in their shoes. Like she said, for example, she said to me, like, if this person came up to you and something was wrong, what would you do? You have to put yourself in their shoes of what would you do in that scenario. So expect the unexpected. Don't be put off your track when they come up with questions. I was like that today, but I knew the scenario was coming up because it was on, like, kind of on the job, the interview on the application form, because it said scenarios, and you do questionnaires nowadays on the application form. But on the spot, expect the unexpected. It's a big one. Do not be put off track by it. Do not, like, stall. Just act like you were in that scenario. Think off the top of your head. Like if they said, let's think of one. If this person, a customer, came up to you and said, oh, why is this, like, I want this dress, but I don't want it in this colour. Number 6 is manners. You've got to remember your manners. So, like, say please, thank you, not all your manners. That's an obvious basic one. Like, when they say, hi, what's your name? Like, obviously, I would say, hi, my name's Rachael, and I tell myself about myself, and I have so many manners, and then at the end of the interview I say thank you for having the time to see me, and I'm acting very, very posh now. I always do that when I come on YouTube. I do a voice. This is my natural voice. Actually, I'm not doing a voice now. Anyway, have manners and just have good manners like your mother and dad. Mother and father told you. And if you know your mother, do your dad told you. If not your father, do what your mother told you. Number 7 is a big one. You've got to dress smartly. Like today I went in this, which you might be thinking, why the heck did you go to an interview on that? I was going to wear my black shoes, black trousers, black top and black jumper. But I wanted to twist it up a bit. You've got to dress smartly. Don't dress in like joggers. I did not dress in joggers. I obviously had the common sense to not dress in joggers. I dressed in the blue jeans, which I normally wear, with the patterns up the side, which are not the best, but they went alright for the interview. I have got these sky blue jeans, which I've worn before for interviews and have gone perfectly well. Then I wore this jumper, and obviously I've got this, collared top on, which underneath, let me just take my jumper off. Underneath is my white collared top, and just pairing a nice smart casual. This is more smart than casual top. I only wear this out when I'm going out, which I never go out, but like I wear this out on special occasions. I wear this out when I need to go to interview. Just really nice top. It's white and it goes with the bottoms, and I'm cold, and it's got a collar, which collars are nice for interviews. And then also I put blue pumps with it, so it was a really smart casual outfit. As I said, I would have worn the black, but I thought I want to be comfortable. Be comfortable in what you wear to the interview. Like, don't go all out and say, oh, I'm going to interview, I'm going to wear heels, going to wear this, going to wear that, because it will not work. Because you just want comfortable. So that's number 7. Number 8 is don't be nervous. They're the same as you, they're humans, they went through this interview, or they went through a different interview to get a different job. Like the person I got today, she was a I think it was HMRC or HMC, I haven't got a clue what it was, I've totally forgot. Just don't be nervous. You can't say to someone, don't be nervous, and then instantly they're not nervous. You cannot do that, because I tried to do that myself and it just did not happen. So try not to be nervous, I should be saying. Try not to be nervous, calm yourself down, and they're human like you. They won't bite you, they won't like scream at you for doing something wrong. Just be you and don't be nervous. Try not to be nervous. Like, I went to my interview and I was nervous, and I could tell it because I was messing with my hands a lot under the table, but I kept in sync. I'm not saying I wasn't nervous, I was blooming dreading it. I was in my head screaming, I don't want to be here. But I got for the interview in the end, so yeah, try not to be nervous. Number 9 is be on time. That is such an obvious one. Or even early if you can. Today my appointment was at 2:30? Me and my grandma got into Leeds at around 2:10. Went straight up the escalator and there I was, and it went straight there. Not giving any indications where I was yet, which probably couldn't tell, but still. But be on time early if you can. I was there at 1:15. I mean, I think it was at 1:30, and I got in the interview early. Well, I didn't, I got in at 1:30, but still. Being early just shows that you're ready to be there, you want to be there, you want to be on time, that your punctuality is amazing, your attendance is amazing, and it just gives them a bit more, like, they see you and come early, it's like, wow, she's early. She could be early in the morning, or he could be early in the morning, it could be early on a shift. It just proves that you're there to work and to be at the interview. So be early and be on time. Do not be late, because that's the worst thing to do, is be late, because that just does a big fat X next to attendance and punctuality. And on number 10 we are now. Number 10 is eye contact. This is a big yes. Basically, all of your interview, you need to have your eyes on their eyes. You need to have eye contact throughout all the questions. Don't drift off like I keep. You can probably tell because I'm concentrating on the lens right now. But when I keep losing track and looking other places, it puts. If you was the interviewer and I was looking right in the eyes and then I went and started talking somewhere else, it just wouldn't seem right. Some people can't do it, like maybe cannot do that because they get too nervous and everything. But I was there I was there concentrating in her eyes. Just to have that eye contact is the best thing, because basically you are maintaining eye contact, you're listening, you are in depth, and I'm looking straight into the camera right now, and it just gives you that you're actually listening and you're actually paying attention and you actually listen to what the person says, and you've got to maintain contact throughout. Do not drift away, because they'll just instantly click off, because when you maintain eye contact, they feel like you're actually listening to them, and that you are wanting to be there, and that you are ready to be there and you want to be there. So yeah, that was number 10. And that's it guys, that was all my top tips for job interviews. I will probably have to look through them again when I get another job interview, which don't know when that'll be, because I've got a job interview this Thursday, that's on the telephone, so it's completely different. Because on the telephone you're not just looking at the person, but you've got to make yourself clear. But yeah, that was my top 10 tips for job interviews. Remember to like, subscribe, and upload, and I'm so sorry this video's 5 hours late. I was in Leeds when the video should have gone up. I was actually home when it was 1 o'clock. I was at my granddad's. I was looking to my granddad's to go to Leeds. So I'm sorry this video's late. I need to start getting on track with YouTube again. You all know I love YouTube, just to stay on track with scheduling. I need to schedule videos in advance. People have asked for Draw My Life. I want to do it, but I think it's a bit private. Loads of people wanted me to do Draw My Life. Other people like Zoella, PewDiePie and all them people, maybe not PewDiePie, but Pointless Vlog and people I've watched have done Draw My Life. I'm thinking about it, which I probably won't do it, but please don't get mad about it. I might do it in far future, but I don't know yet. So, thanks for your recommendations of what to do. I've seen Get Rid of Me, room tours, hauls, what you do with your money, how you save up. I've actually used £5 today from my holiday money, which is not bad because I'm getting money soon, fingers crossed, from somewhere which is definitely private, so I'm not going into that. So I'm going to put that in there. But I choose £5 from that today because I basically needed it. I've got it in my bank, I've got £5 in my bank, but I didn't wait till I wanted to go off my bank. I wanted to no, I don't know, I just didn't want to go off my bank. I wanted to do it in the thing, so yeah. Remember to like, subscribe, blah, blah. I'm so sorry this video's late, and I love you all, guys, and I shall see you all on Friday. Is it? Yes, Friday, the brand new video. I'm going to include a video, get recommended what video you want, and just tell me because I need ideas. Love you all, guys. See you on Friday. Believe yourself and smile. Hope you have a good time. Had a good half term. I did. I was applying for loads of jobs and everything. I went to cinema, which you all probably heard about, and I went to the Pound World Plus open launch. So that was fun as. I shall see you on Friday, guys. Love you all, and see you all on Friday.